If you're feeling behind in life or totally stuck and like you're not making any progress in any direction with any positive results, then it's very likely that you right now are feeling very unmotivated. You've got no drive or enthusiasm or passion to take action that would actually move you in the direction of your biggest dreams and, frankly, the destiny that you deserve. You're here to do something special and meaningful and positive with your life and your gifts, but if you're not feeling motivated or you feel like you don't have what it takes to go to another level, then how in the world are you supposed to go to another level? And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 things you can and must be doing now to get yourself unstuck, to feel re-inspired and fired up and motivated to do the work necessary to go from where you are to where you truly desire and deserve to be. My name's JJ. I've been coaching, speaking, and teaching on the topic of motivation and tapping into your greatest human potential for nearly a decade now, and I talk a lot about that stuff in my book, Attract Your Potential. Let's get into the 3 things right now. Number 1, you must create a big, bright, exciting vision. Now, that might sound really simple. And you're like, yeah, but JJ, the thing is, how am I supposed to have a great, big, exciting vision if I'm not excited? You got to get around excited people. You got to listen to voices of people that are thinking big, dreaming big, and doing big things. The biggest breakthroughs for your life will happen when you get around people that are regularly, consistently breaking through and going to new levels. And as you visualize and see what these people are doing and you embody it for yourself, you can start to imagine yourself doing these things. I recently posted a quote how Albert Einstein used to talk about imagination all the time. He talked about how imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. And so if you can start to imagine or visualize a big, bright, exciting future, it will reinvigorate you, because what we see in our mind and we connect with, we will emotionally engage with, and it is those emotions that you are lacking right now. You're lacking the motivation emotion. You're lacking the motivation of drive and excitement and passion and enthusiasm because you're feeling stuck, you're feeling behind. Certainly that would lower your energy, because anytime someone feels behind where they should be, like, you're not going to be that excited. Think about if you're in a race. If you're running in track or cross country and the person's like literally hundreds of yards ahead of you, you're just like, what's the point? Why would I keep pushing? And in this metaphor, it's like you're where you think you should be is that person hundreds of yards ahead of you. You're like, well, how am I ever going to get there? And so when you feel like you're never going to get there, what's the point in pushing through? But if it feels closer, it's in arm's reach, man, you're going to get after it. So that's the thing you have to do, is to start to connect to a bigger, better, brighter vision of a future that you would love to create. And a great way to do that is to feed your mind with people who are living the life that you want to be living. And the truth is, you can find these people everywhere. And you might be like, well, JJ, I don't know what I want. Great. Start watching people on social media or in your community. People that you're like, there's just something about this guy or this gal that what he's doing or what she's working on is just exciting to me. Like, that's cool, that's neat. That means there's something in you that feels maybe like that could be for you too. And so you've got to start feeding your mind with the visions of the things that you might love to do. One great way to do that, as I have right over here behind the video camera, is a vision board. As you see things that inspire you or excite you or that fill you with a sense of passion and aliveness, start to put pictures of those things on a board that you can then look at on a consistent, regular basis and get emotionally connected with. Because if you're not emotionally connecting with a big, bright, exciting vision of the future that you might want to live, then of course you're not going to have the motivation. But once you do have that big, exciting vision for where you want to go, for the life that you want to craft and create, you got to move to step 2, which is set challenging goals. Now, some people don't completely understand the difference between vision and goals. Goals, to me, are mile markers, and I talk about that again in my book, Attract Your Potential, are the mile markers towards the vision that you want to turn into actual concrete reality in your life. And so your goals are just simply those things you want to accomplish in the next months or years along that journey to get to the ultimate place. If you're like, I am thriving in life, this is the most amazing life, this is exactly what I've always dreamed of. So you have to have goals, though, that aren't just goals to achieve and check the box next to, but that actually are challenging so that they refine you into a better version of yourself. Because if you actually truly have a big, bright, exciting vision, then it's going to require that you become a much bigger, more capable version of you. And the best way, the fastest way, and maybe, frankly, the only way to actually become a bigger, better, more capable version of you is to have challenging goals that shape you, that mold you, that get you better and stronger and more capable in the process of working towards those goals that you set for yourself. So you've got to identify what are those mile markers along my journey towards the vision that I can start working towards, not just for the sake of achieving the goal, but so that I can get better in that process. And the bigger, more challenging the goal is, the better you will have to become in order to achieve the goal. And as one of my favorite virtual mentors who's no longer around, Jim Rohn, said, he's the epigraph quote of my book, but as Jim Rohn said, it's not about the goal, it's about who you become in the process of working towards achieving the goal that actually matters. So if you're setting big, challenging goals for yourself, whether you achieve them or not, obviously, I think most of us would love to achieve our goals. But the bigger thing is, did I get better in the process? Did I get stronger? And that means we can then move on to the third thing, which is reflect, learn, and grow every day while you are on your journey towards achieving those mile markers called your goals, towards the vision that you have. Because if you're reflecting, then you can learn. What most people don't do is they celebrate, well, what they do is they celebrate when they succeed, and they ponder when they fail. They take time to reflect and think and learn and develop and be like, well, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? What could I learn from that failure or that time I fell short or where I didn't actually achieve the thing? And so most people, if they're regularly achieving their goals, they're not taking enough time to reflect. But by the way, the people that grow the fastest and do the biggest things and achieve the most in this world are the ones that, whether they win and succeed or totally fail and fall flat on their face, they are taking time to reflect, learn, and grow from every experience, because it is those experiences that prepare us to propel us. Because if we're preparing ourselves for the future by learning from the present circumstances, then we absolutely can get there faster. We can expedite, there's the word, expedite our ability to achieve our goals. Because think about it this way, if you never reflect, whether you win and succeed or you lose and fall short, if you don't reflect, how are you supposed to learn? Like, that is one of the benefits of looking at tests that you took, is to say, as a way to practice for a test that you might take again in the future, is to say, what did I not do well here? What did I miss? And what do I need to study again for the things that I got wrong? You see, it's when we fail or fall short that we do our best reflection, and it's in the reflection that we can actually learn and grow and develop and get better, so we can ultimately turn our dreams into reality. And friend, I just want to encourage you right now that you are capable of way more than you've ever even started to imagine. And what most people don't realize is that they're settling for a life that is way beneath what they could actually accomplish if they decided that they were fully committed to doing something in life that was beyond anything they've ever imagined to this point. And they took on the advice and guidance of Albert Einstein, who said that imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. They decide that I will imagine a bigger, better, brighter future. I will set amazing big goals that challenge me, and I will learn along the journey so that I can get better and develop myself. Because friend, in the short term, it's not about the winning and the losing. It's about the developing of skills and mindset and abilities such as grit and a willingness to persist and persevere through difficulties and challenges and obstacles. It's those things that actually get us to achieve our bigger goals. And friend, I'm just a big believer that if you can do more, why wouldn't you want to do more? If you can achieve more, why wouldn't you want to achieve more? If you can become someone that reaches millions of people instead of just a few people, why wouldn't you want to do that? Why would you not want to use your gifts and talents that you've been given to do something meaningful and significant and special and positive in this world, to make a difference in the lives of the people that you've been called here and created to make in this world? So friend, I simply want to encourage you that right now, if you're listening to this message and watching this video and feeling like you're behind, let me inform you. Even if you are 65 or 55 or 35, or 25, it does not matter. What matters is what's in front of you. What's the opportunity you have for the rest of your life? Because even if you're 65 today, you could have another 30 to 40 years of life to live. And if you're 35, you could have another 100 years to live. It's possible, friend. And so what I want to encourage you in is that even though life can be very short and things happen in the world and some people maybe are gone way too soon, way too young, way too early, for those of us that maybe have a chance to live even longer, that means we've got an even longer runway to do something meaningful and significant. So if you feel behind in life right now, friend, let me tell you, it is simply a matter of being here to prepare you to be shot forward into the destiny that you're here for. I've heard it talked about like a catapult. Like a catapult, you've got to be pulled back and you feel the tension and it's tough and it's hard and you're like, but I'm going backwards. I'm not going in the direction I'm meant to go and it's quite slow. I'm going very slowly in a different direction than I expect to be going. But as soon as something's triggered and the time is right and that catapult is released, shoo, it launches the thing that was put in it. And that, friend, I believe, is your destiny. That is your trajectory. If you're feeling behind, maybe, it just means that you're being pulled back enough and you're giving enough tension in your life so that you can be catapulted to new levels of success, of thriving, of health, of relationship, of everything that you are dreaming of, that you would love to see come to fruition in your life. And friend, the other thing I want to leave you with is that if you truly know in your heart, in your soul that you're called and created to do something special, meaningful, positive, and significant with your life, then you got to do it. It is your duty. It is your responsibility, because as you do the things that you've been called and created to do, you certainly will be a source of inspiration and encouragement for other people who are feeling like they're not where they should be, like they're stuck, like they don't have what it takes. Because you, friend, as you go through the difficulties and the challenges and the obstacles of life, when you persevere and you persist and you refuse to quit and you just keep going, the other people who see you do what you do and see you get to the top of the mountain and you can show them that mountain you just climbed will be inspired and encouraged to tap into more of the power that they have inside of them to do the thing that they themselves have been called and created to do. I simply want to give you a message of hope today, friend, that you can do something more with your life than you've ever even started to imagine. So dream big, set challenging goals, continue to learn and persist. And if you've loved this message, please subscribe, like, and comment below, because I'd love to hear from you what most resonated with this. And if you truly believe this message specifically can serve someone you care about, hit that share button and send it right now to one person who you care about. And please watch these other videos to help you stay encouraged and inspired on your journey to tap into your greatest potential and do the special, amazing things that you are called here to do. Keep going, friend. You've got this.